What's going on, guys? Coach Chaz here. Yes, today was a phenomenal run. I'm not sure what day it is. I haven't really been counting. I just look at my calendar, do the run, and I'm done. So today has marked my fourth-ish week of running. For those of you who saw my first running video, I did 8 miles. I walked a lot, and it took me about 2 hours and 5 minutes to do the whole thing. So today was my fourth week, and I decided I'm going to do 8 miles again. And I was scheduled for a 7-mile run, but I wanted to go for 8. That was my goal. Technically, it was 9 because I had to recalibrate my Nike sensor. So I went and ran just an easy jog for a mile, calibrated that, and then I did my 8 miles. So 8-miler, my goal was not to walk and to do it in 90 minutes. I wanted to cut 30 minutes off of my time I did last time. So I did not walk one time. I did have to kind of stop and do one of these running in places because I had to wait for traffic to go by before I crossed the highway. So playing smart on that one. Yeah, I didn't walk one time. I did it in 92 minutes. 2 minutes off of my goal, but I'm still proud of it. The no walking was my biggest thing. My legs felt phenomenal, mainly because I was using a lot of tips and tricks that I was watching videos of a guy named Ryan Hall, who is just a crazy runner. And he did a full marathon, which is 26.2 miles in 2 hours. It was an hour and 59 minutes. For those of you who can't comprehend how fast that is for a runner, he was running at a 13-mile-an-hour pace for 2 solid hours, just steady pace. That's insane. So, yeah, I was looking at some tips and tricks on videos he does, and I'll post the link to that right up here in the box. And, yeah, you guys go check that out, especially if you're getting into running. He has some phenomenal tricks and tips, just the whole 9 yards for it. He goes over exercises. The biggest one that affected my run today and made it better was he talks about how you should keep your hips straight. And I didn't realize how much I was kind of leaning forward in my run because I figured if I'm leaning forward, I'm going to want to go faster, a little bit more forward at a time. But he was talking about do the opposite. Roll the shoulders back, open up the lungs, keep your head straight, kind of tuck your chin in a little bit. And the biggest one was tilting the hips. So you're going to rotate them forward and kind of feel that pinch right here in that core where you bring your belly button closer to your spine. So I focused on that the whole time, and it felt awesome. I mean, my quads especially, the first 2 miles, if you follow me, those are the 2 hardest ones for me. That's when my quads were hurting and burning the whole time. After that, it was just all downhill from there. Well, technically a few uphill, but you know what I mean. So some other awesome things I tried out was I got what's called runner's goo, which, yeah, I'm out of packets. I ate both of them today. Yeah, it's basically a little packet of gel or goo, and it's a carbohydrate and kind of sugar mix. That way, once your body starts to get depleted of that glycogen, you pop one of these in your mouth, down it with some water, and within the next mile, you're going to get a little bit more energy just like that. So I did one right before I went out for my run, and I did one at mile 4, and I actually did feel an increase in energy after I took it. So that felt great. I'm probably going to be incorporating that in each long run. Just from what I've been researching and hearing from people who are runners, you're not supposed to do those if you're keeping it around underneath 10 miles because you're going to be fine just off the carbs you eat. So I decided I want to try it out anyways just to see how my body reacts. So awesome product. If you want to get into running and you're going to be doing long distances, get runner's goo. Any sporting goods store will sell it. Yeah, as far as that goes, I ran in shorts for the first time today. I don't know if you can see them here. No, I did not go with the short runner shorts. I don't care if it makes me run faster. I cannot do those. So these are right above the knee. Felt great. My legs get really hot really easily, so that made a big difference. The other thing I used was a water belt, as you can see here. It's basically a belt that has water bottles on it. It has a little pouch, that way you can keep your runner's goo, or if you want to bring carbohydrate energy bar or something like that. So basically just goes on you, bottles go on the backside. And yeah, this was the first time I've actually incorporated water with my run, and it did help me a lot. It kept that burning down that you get right here when you're running, just because you're keeping hydrated and the cool water feels great. So yeah, I do want to probably not use this too much, because from what I was hearing, a guy named Keith, who has done 8 marathons in his life, I mean, this guy's done it all. And huge shout out to you, by the way. Fantastic work. I've been talking to him a lot lately, and he was telling me how you're not going to be able to have the water belt when you're at the race. And my first one's in 2 weeks. So he had a great idea that he personally used was, before I go run, since I run on a back road, it's going to be fine. Before my run, I just drive my course, and every 2 to 3 miles, I just drop a water bottle. Because in a race, or 15K, full marathon, every single one, they're going to have water stations every 1.5 to 2 miles. So I want to get in the habit of going that full 2 miles and then stopping, grabbing that drink, checking it back down. I am going to pick up my bottles afterwards, so keeping it green. Yeah, I feel fantastic. My knees are going to be sore as hell tomorrow, so I'm going to start taking some joint support formula. And besides that, I had the best run of my life today. Felt fantastic. So, like I said, I did an 8-mile run in an hour and a half. What have you done the past 90 minutes? Go get it.